Can science explain everything?
The answer to it is no. These days, it's very common for people to espouse what we call technically scientism, which is saying science can indeed explain everything.
From ancient ruins that whisper of forgotten worlds to strange objects pulled from the depths of the earth, history is filled with discoveries that leave even the smartest minds scratching their heads. Science can explain many things, but it cannot explain everything. Some finds are so unusual and out of place that they raise more questions than answers. Were these creations of lost civilizations, natural wonders, or signs of something we've yet to understand? Join us in this video as we explore the most mysterious discoveries scientists simply cannot explain, each one more puzzling than the last. The ruins of Casa Grande. In the desert of Coolidge, Arizona, stands the Casa Grande ruins, a 4-story structure built by the Hohokam people around 1350 CE.
In the heart of Arizona's sunny wilderness, Casa Grande Ruins National Monument, once a busy hotspot of the Hohokam culture.
At first glance, the Great House looks almost like a modern apartment building, surrounded by a compound of smaller walls and structures. Its sheer size and design prove just how advanced the native peoples of North America were in architecture and planning. But here's the strange part. No one truly knows why it was built. Some believe it was an astronomical observatory, carefully aligned with the movements of the sun and moon. Others think it may have been a trading hub, a ceremonial site, or even an administrative center. Yet, despite decades of excavation, the purpose of the Great House remains a mystery. What's even more unsettling is that the site was suddenly abandoned around 1450 AD, possibly due to environmental collapse or internal conflict. Whatever the reason, Casa Grande still guards its secrets. So what other mysterious discoveries are out there that scientists can't explain? Keep watching to find out. Sacsayhuaman. High in the Andes Mountains of Peru, near the ancient city of Cusco, stands a wall that seems to defy logic. It isn't tall or decorated, but what makes it shocking is how it was built. Enormous stones, some the size of cars, and others heavier than private jets, are fitted together so tightly that not even a razor blade can slip between them. There's no mortar, no cement, just rock perfectly locked in place with curves, corners, and impossible angles. This masterpiece was created by the Inca civilization.
The stone city of Machu Picchu, located northwest of Cusco, Peru, power and ingenuity of the Inca people.
A people without iron tools, wheels, or even a written language. By all accounts, they were a Stone Age society. Yet this wall feels like something from the future. It has withstood centuries of devastating earthquakes that destroyed nearby buildings, but the wall never cracked. Modern engineers would need cranes, lasers, and computers to attempt such precision. The Incas only had stone hammers and human hands. How they carved and moved these blocks remains a complete mystery, and some believe the knowledge came from somewhere or someone far more advanced. So what happens when the puzzle is written, not built? Let's find out. The Voynich Manuscript. Locked away in Yale University's library is a book that has baffled the brightest minds for more than a century. Known as the Voynich Manuscript, it was discovered in the early 1990s and contains hundreds of pages filled with bizarre illustrations. There are drawings of plants that don't exist anywhere on Earth, strange symbols, and flowing script written in a language no one has ever spoken. Code breakers from the US military, cryptographers, historians, and even advanced computer models.
The Voynich manuscript has stumped scholars, cryptographers, physicists, computer scientists.
Have all tried and failed to make sense of it. Some suggest it might be the work of a forgotten civilization, while others claim it's an elaborate prank. But here's the unsettling truth. Whoever wrote it knew exactly what they were doing. The letters follow patterns that mimic real languages. The structure is logical, and it's definitely not nonsense. It's just a book written in a language the world has never been able to unlock. But what happens when the riddle takes the form of stone? Stay tuned to find out. The perfect stone spheres of Costa Rica. In the 1930s, while clearing forests for fruit plantations in Costa Rica,
Costa Rica's giant stone spheres were first documented by scientists in the 1930s.
workers stumbled upon something astonishing. Dozens of nearly perfect stone spheres. Some were small enough to hold in your hand, while others stretched over 2 meters in diameter. They were crafted by the Dikis people, who lived in the region between 500 and 1500 CE, yet their purpose remains one of archaeology's greatest puzzles. What makes them so mysterious is the precision. The spheres are flawlessly rounded, shaped without the benefit of modern tools or machinery. But why were they made? Some scholars believe they marked territory or symbolized power, while others suggest they had astronomical or ceremonial significance. With no written records from the Diki to explain their meaning, the spheres stand as silent guardians of a forgotten past, perfectly shaped but forever unexplained. What could the next mysterious discovery be? Keep watching to find out. The Bayong pipes. In the deserts of western China,
Mount Bayong is one of the unsolved mysteries of the past decade, made by a group of enthusiasts in China.
near the edge of a dried-up salt lake, lies a mountain hiding something no one can explain. Embedded in the rock are metal pipes, real pipes, that stretch deep into the mountain and down into the lake bed, as if part of a buried system. Some even connect with clean T-shaped joints, forming a network eerily similar to modern plumbing. When samples were tested, the shock was immediate. They were dated to be over 150,000 years old. That's long before humans had farming, cities, or tools advanced enough to forge metal. Stranger still, the pipes are made from a mix of metals that don't naturally occur together, and some even appear welded, an ability no known culture of that era should have had. When Chinese experts investigated, the official explanation was that these were fossilized tree roots that absorbed minerals over time. But roots don't form perfect cylinders, and they don't fuse like metal machinery. To this day, the Bayong pipes remain one of the most baffling mysteries buried in stone. Well, this next find is well known for puzzling scientists with its precision. Stay tuned to find out what it is. The Antikythera mechanism. In 1901, sponge divers exploring the waters off the coast of Greece stumbled upon a sunken Roman ship. Among the amphoras and coins, they recovered what looked like a corroded lump of bronze fused with wood and coral. At first, it seemed like nothing more than sea junk, but when archaeologists began cleaning it, they were stunned. Inside were gears, real, intricate gears, precisely cut and interlocked like the workings of a machine. What they uncovered is now called the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old device designed to track the movements of the stars and planets.
Thera mechanism is a piece of ancient technology built over 2,000 years ago by the ancient Greeks.
Predict eclipses, and even map lunar cycles. In simple terms, it was a computer, not from the Industrial Age or the Renaissance, but from ancient Greece, centuries before such technology should have existed. The strangest part? Nothing even close to this level of sophistication appeared again for over 1,000 years. It's like discovering a modern smartwatch buried in a Bronze Age village. So who built it? Where did the knowledge come from? And what other wonders might have been lost to time? The enigma of Stonehenge. In the rolling fields of southern England, the towering stones of Stonehenge have stood for thousands of years.
It's one of the most famous prehistoric monuments in the world. Why was Stonehenge built in southwest England?
It's one of the most famous ancient sites in the world, visited by millions each year, yet it remains wrapped in mystery. Scientists still debate exactly when it was built, somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 years ago. But the bigger questions are even harder to answer. How was it constructed? And who built it? The stones weigh tons, some transported from quarries more than 150 miles away. Moving and arranging them with only primitive tools should have been impossible, yet someone did it with remarkable precision. Even stranger, the people who built Stonehenge left little trace of themselves. Their culture, their technology, even their purpose remain mysteries. Was it a temple, a burial site, or an ancient observatory? Whatever the answer, Stonehenge stands as a timeless reminder that the past still keeps its secrets. But what if another ancient wonder was still sealed away? Let's find out. Emperor Qin Shi Huang's tomb. In 1974, farmers in China uncovered one of the most breathtaking discoveries in history: the Terracotta Army. Thousands of life-sized clay soldiers, each with unique faces and details, were buried to guard the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, who died in 210 BC. But here's the real mystery. The emperor's actual tomb has never been opened.
It's a vast pottery army which is slowly being unearthed from the tomb where it's lain for more than 2,000 years.
Ancient texts warn of elaborate traps hidden inside, including crossbows rigged to fire on intruders, and even a flowing river of mercury designed to assassinate anyone who dared enter. It sounds like something straight out of an Indiana Jones movie. Yet scientists take these accounts seriously. The other reason the tomb remains sealed is caution. Archaeologists fear that opening it with today's methods could irreparably damage priceless treasures inside. For now, the emperor's resting place stays hidden. But with advancing technology like ground-penetrating radar, the day may come when the secrets of this ancient tomb are finally revealed. But what if an even older mystery was waiting to be uncovered? Keep watching to find out. Gobekli Tepe. In the hills of southern Turkey lies Gobekli Tepe, one of the oldest ancient sites ever uncovered, dating back an astonishing 12,000 years, and possibly even earlier. It predates the first agricultural revolution and the rise of permanent cities. Massive stone pillars, arranged in circles and decorated with carvings of animals.
And yet somehow, our ancestors were capable of making this.
Suggest a level of organization and skill no one thought existed at that time. Its discovery has completely rewritten human history. Before Gobekli Tepe, scholars believed complex societies and large-scale structures only appeared after farming began. But this site proves that hunter-gatherers may have come together for something far greater. The mystery is, what was it for? Some think it was a temple, others a gathering site, a town, or even a place for food storage. No one knows for sure, but one thing is certain. Gobekli Tepe shows that our ancestors were far more advanced than we ever imagined. And what comes next is well known for sparking debates about ancient technology. Let's find out what it is. The Baghdad Battery. Discovered near the ruins of ancient Ctesiphon in Iraq back in 1936, the so-called Baghdad Battery has puzzled historians and scientists alike. The artifact consists of a clay jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod sealed with bitumen, components that, when combined, look eerily similar to a simple battery. Some believe this device could have been used for electroplating metals, or even for primitive electrotherapy nearly 2,000 years ago.
The Baghdad battery is thought to have been used to generate static electricity for unknown purposes over 2,000 years ago.
But here's the problem. No electroplated objects from that era have ever been found. Archaeologists argue that it's far more likely the vessel was used for ritual or magical purposes, possibly to hold protective charms, curses, or even scrolls. In fact, similar jars found in nearby Seleucia contained bronze cylinders wrapped with papyrus, hinting at a religious or cult significance. Adding to the mystery, the original Baghdad battery disappeared sometime after the 2003 invasion of Iraq, leaving behind only photographs and descriptions. Whether it was a lost experiment in early science or simply an ancient ritual object, its true purpose may never be known. But not all mysteries are hidden in objects. Some cover the land. The Nazca lines. Stretching across the barren sands of southern Peru are the Nazca lines, enormous geoglyphs etched into the desert floor, so vast they can only be fully appreciated from above. First recorded in the 1500s, they were long thought to be simple trails, but closer study revealed something far stranger.
Prehistoric images etched onto the ground that were created some 2,000 years ago.
Many of the lines form intricate designs resembling animals, plants, and geometric patterns, some stretching for hundreds of feet. Created between 500 and 200 BC, the Nazca lines remain one of archaeology's great puzzles. Were they religious sites, astronomical markers, or, as some more imaginative theories suggest, landing strips for alien spacecraft? No one knows for sure. What we do know is that these designs were made with precision and purpose, etched into the earth by people whose reasoning is still lost to us. From giant drawings in the sand to unreadable symbols on tablets, the mystery deepens. Rongorongo. On the remote shores of Easter Island, a mysterious script was discovered in the 19th century. Rows of strange glyphs carved into wooden tablets, staffs, and ornaments. Known as Rongorongo, this system of writing, or perhaps proto-writing, has baffled scholars for more than a century. Attempts to decipher it have failed, though researchers suspect it may record calendars, genealogies, or sacred texts. Only about 24 authentic examples of Rongorongo survive today, most of them scattered across museums far from the island. None remain in their place of origin. The inscriptions are written in a unique style called reverse boustrophédon.
Rongorongo glyphs, discovered in the 19th century, is a testament to the profound mysteries of human expression,
where each line is flipped upside down in alternating rows. The symbols depict humans, animals, plants, and geometric shapes, many with haunting, wide-set eyes. Easter Island oral history claims that only a select elite could read Rongorongo, and the tablets themselves were considered sacred. If it truly represents a full writing system, Rongorongo would be one of the very few independent inventions of writing in all of human history. But with the knowledge of how to read it lost forever, the true messages carved into those wooden tablets may remain silent mysteries for all time. If Rongorongo is hard to crack, what about a structure built 4,500 years ago? Stay tuned to find out. The Great Pyramid of Giza. Rising above the sands near modern-day Cairo stands the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Completed more than 4,600 years ago, this colossal structure served as a royal tomb, soaring nearly 450 feet into the sky. Even after centuries of study, it continues to puzzle archaeologists and engineers alike. The biggest mystery lies in its construction.
And nobody, including any structural engineer in the United States, has no idea how they were built.
Each massive stone block weighs several tons, yet somehow thousands of them were cut, transported, and stacked with astonishing precision. How was this possible with the tools of the time? Some theories point to clever systems of levers and ramps, while others stretch into the extraordinary ancient sound-based technology, or even help from visitors not of this world. Whether built by human ingenuity or something far more mysterious, the Great Pyramid still guards secrets that time has yet to unlock. We've seen massive stone wonders, but can a small bronze object be just as baffling? Keep watching to find out. The puzzle of the Roman dodecahedra. Scattered across Europe, from Wales to Hungary, archaeologists have uncovered small bronze or stone objects dating back to the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD. Known as Roman dodecahedra, each one is hollow, with 12 flat pentagonal faces and a circular hole cut into each side. Around 100 have been found, yet strangely, No ancient text or artwork mentions them at all.
Since the initial discovery, 160 more of these objects have been found in various locations.
That silence leaves their purpose completely unknown. Some suggest they were candlesticks. Others think they might have been dice, tools for measuring distances, or gauges for calibrating water pipes. Yet no theory has ever been proven, and their perfectly geometric design feels deliberate and meaningful. Without written records, these mysterious objects remain an unsolved riddle of the Roman world, evidence of a purpose we may never fully understand. From a small object of mystery to a scroll of hidden clues, what could it reveal? Let's find out. The Copper Scroll. Among the famous Dead Sea Scrolls discovered in the Qumran caves near the Dead Sea lies one unlike all the others. While most scrolls were written on parchment and contained religious texts, this one was etched into metal. Known as the Copper Scroll, it isn't a spiritual manuscript at all. It's a treasure map. The scroll lists dozens of locations said to hold vast amounts of buried gold and silver, more than 4,600 pieces of precious metal in total, worth billions of dollars today, if ever found.
Hammered into a copper scroll, thousands of years old.
What makes the mystery deeper is that everything about the Copper Scroll feels different. Its author, script, style, and even the language don't match the other scrolls. Many scholars believe it was placed in the cave at a completely different time. Was it genuine or an elaborate decoy? If it is real, the treasure has never been recovered, leaving the Copper Scroll one of history's most tantalizing mysteries. If ancient scribes left us secrets, what about ancient builders hiding whole civilizations below? Stay tuned to find out. Derinkuyu. Beneath the landscape of central Turkey lies Derinkuyu, an underground city unlike anything else on Earth. Carved into soft volcanic rock known as tuff, the sprawling complex stretches down through 18 levels and could once shelter up to 20,000 people. First shaped by ancient Anatolians, it became a hidden refuge for generations facing waves of invasion.
As we look at the so-called underground cities of Turkey, this is quite a famous phenomenon.
Exploration of the site has revealed kitchens, bathrooms, food storage rooms, wine presses, churches, schools, and even weapons depots. In short, it had everything needed for an entire population to survive underground. Air shafts provided ventilation, while hidden passages connected the city like a vast labyrinth. The sheer scale of Derinkuyu raises haunting questions. How did ancient builders plan and carve such an immense underground world? And what kind of threats forced so many people to retreat beneath the earth? Aside from these 16 most mysterious discoveries scientists can't explain, there are more. Keep watching to find out. The Longyou Caves. Near the village of Xi'anbeikun in China's Zhejiang province lies one of the most baffling discoveries of the modern age, the Longyou Caves. First uncovered in 1992, these massive underground chambers are believed to be around 2,000 years old. Stretching nearly 30 meters deep, they contain stone rooms, bridges, gutters, and even pools, an underground world carved with incredible skill.
The caves are a labyrinth of chambers, passageways, and intricate carvings.
The caves feature massive pillars supporting the ceilings, with every surface marked by uniform chisel work, suggesting a highly organized and deliberate construction. But here's the mystery. No historical records mention their existence. Experts agree they could not have been built by ordinary villagers. They must have been the work of a powerful force, perhaps even commissioned by an emperor. Yet no one knows who carved the Longyou Caves, or why. Hidden for centuries, they remain one of the greatest unsolved enigmas beneath China's soil. If vast caves can be carved in China, what secrets might lie beneath Malta? Stay tuned to find out. The Hypogeum of Malta. On the small island of Malta lies the Hypogeum, one of the world's best preserved prehistoric sites. This underground complex, dating back over 6,000 years, consists of chambers carved directly into the rock, temples, a cemetery, and vast funeral halls. Unlike anything else from its era, the hypogeum was designed not for the living, but for rituals surrounding life, death, and the afterlife. The middle level of the complex is the most elaborate, featuring intricately carved walls and what researchers call the Holy of Holies, a chamber resembling a stone temple. Here, archaeologists believe the most important ceremonies took place.
Archaeologists soon realized that what the unwitting workers have unearthed.
Walking through the hypogeum today feels like stepping into another world, a silent labyrinth built to honor the dead. Yet the question remains, what drove people 6,000 years ago to create such an elaborate underground sanctuary, and what rituals unfolded in its shadowy halls? Puma Punku. In the highlands of Bolivia lies Puma Punku, one of the most baffling ancient sites on Earth, part of the vast city of Tiwanaku. The ruins predate the Inca and are thought to date back as early as the 6th century AD. The complex once included terraces, courts, and a massive platform mound, forming what must have been a grand ceremonial center. But what truly stuns archaeologists are the stones themselves.
These are the mysterious ruins of Puma Punku, nearly 13,000 feet in the Altiplano of Bolivia.
Giant blocks of andesite and red sandstone were cut with astonishing precision. Edges so sharp and smooth they look machine-made, with interlocking shapes that fit together like puzzle pieces. Yet no one knows who built them, how they achieved such perfection, or why. Without advanced tools, it seems impossible that ancient inhabitants could have carved and moved stones of such immense size and complexity. To this day, Puma Punku remains a riddle in stone, evidence of knowledge and craftsmanship far beyond what history says should have been possible. We've seen precise ancient ruins, but could labyrinths be even stranger? Keep watching to find out. The stone labyrinths of Bolshoi Zayatsky Island. On a tiny island in Russia's White Sea, an ancient mystery stretches across the rocky ground. Bolshoi Zayatsky Island, less than a square mile in size, is covered with 13 or 14 stone labyrinths that date back around 2,500 years. From above, they look like something pulled straight from a fantasy movie. Intricate spirals carved into the earth, with no clear beginning or end. Archaeologists are baffled. Nobody knows who created these labyrinths or why. Some suggest they were ritual sites, altars, or perhaps even traps for evil spirits. Others believe they symbolized portals to the underworld, guiding souls on their final journey. Whatever their true purpose, the labyrinths transform this small, windswept island into one of the most mystical places in the world, an unsolved riddle etched in stone. From sprawling mazes to a carved monument, what hidden meaning lies within? Stay tuned to find out. The Cochno Stone. In West Dunbartonshire, Scotland, lies one of Europe's greatest prehistoric puzzles, the Cochno Stone. Measuring an impressive 42 by 26 feet, this massive slab is covered in over 90 strange carvings, spirals, rings, and cup-like indentations dating back some 5,000 years. The designs are so intricate that the stone is considered the finest example of Bronze Age cup and ring art in all of Europe.
And this gives a sense of the scale of the rock art panel by now with a wall around it, but that doesn't stop visitors getting in over a stile. People were walking all over it.
Yet their meaning remains unknown. Some researchers believe the markings could represent an ancient star map, while others suggest they were used in religious rituals, or perhaps even as a form of prehistoric writing. Of course, it's also possible they were purely decorative, created by people whose symbolic language has simply been lost to time. Whatever their purpose, the Cochno stone stands as one of the most striking remnants of a forgotten world. Its mysterious symbols silently guarding secrets we may never unlock. If ancient carvings baffle experts, what about a structure defying logic and scale? Let's find out. Coral Castle. Hidden in Florida is one of the strangest monuments in America, Coral Castle, built entirely by one man, Edward Leeds Calnan. Standing only 5 feet tall and weighing just 100 pounds, Ed somehow cut, carved, and moved more than 1,100 tons of coral rock, some blocks weighing several tons each. And he did it all with simple hand tools. Ed spent 28 years building his castle as a tribute to the woman who broke his heart, crafting towers, walls, and intricate stone furniture that still baffles engineers today.
Coral Castle is a very well-known monument in the world. There are some people that have no idea about it.
Some of the coral slabs are over 4 feet thick, yet no one ever saw how he moved them. Rumors say he tapped into lost secrets of magnetism or even ancient knowledge forgotten by time. To this day, Coral Castle remains one of the great modern enigmas, a love story carved in stone, wrapped in mystery. From handcrafted monuments to mysterious metal objects, what secrets did the past leave behind? Keep watching to find out. The aluminum wedge of Aiud. In 1974, workers digging in Romania uncovered something that defies explanation: a 5-pound wedge made of aluminum. What makes it so strange is that aluminum does not occur naturally. It has to be manufactured. Yet this wedge was buried alongside mastodon bones, which would make it at least 11,000 years old. Tests revealed the wedge is 89% aluminum, mixed with copper, zinc, nickel, and other trace elements. But humans didn't develop the technology to smelt aluminum until the 1800s.
So we have a real mystery here. But you see this patina over this whole object?
So how could such a material exist thousands of years earlier? Some scientists suspect the wedge was misplaced in modern times, while others argue it may point to something far more extraordinary, an artifact left behind by a lost civilization, or even by visitors from beyond our world. If ancient metal confounds us, what other mysteries were left in stone? Stay tuned to find out. The Clava Cairns. In the Scottish Highlands near Inverness lie the Clava Cairns, ancient Bronze Age stone tombs shrouded in mystery. Around 50 of these cairns exist in the region, with the most famous 3 found at Balnuaran of Clava. Each was carefully designed with 2 distinct styles. Some feature a corbelled passage leading to a single burial chamber, while others enclose an open, unroofed area with no clear entrance at all. What makes them especially intriguing is their alignment. The tomb entrances are oriented southwest, directly toward the setting sun at midwinter, a clue that these monuments may have served both as tombs and as celestial markers. The surrounding stone circles, with taller stones placed near the entrances and shorter ones opposite, add another layer of intentional design. Despite their precision, the cairns hold more questions than answers. Only a few bodies were buried in each, and some appeared deliberately sealed, suggesting they weren't meant for ongoing use. Instead, the Clava Cairns may have been more than tombs. They may have been sacred places where the living connected with the cosmos and the afterlife. From stone circles to oceanic enigmas, what secrets does the next mystery hold? Let's find out. The Bermuda Triangle. Few places on Earth spark as much intrigue and fear as the Bermuda Triangle. This stretch of the North Atlantic Ocean, bordered by Florida, Bermuda, and the Greater Antilles, has become infamous for the mysterious disappearances of more than 50 ships and 20 airplanes.
The area ultimately becomes known as the Sargasso Sea.
What's most unsettling is how sudden these vanishings often were. Vessels were unable to send distress calls, aircraft disappeared from radar, and even rescue teams reportedly never returned. Some believe supernatural forces are at work, while others point to magnetic anomalies, violent storms, or human error. Despite decades of research, no definitive explanation exists. The Bermuda Triangle remains one of Earth's most enduring mysteries, an enigmatic region where fact and legend continue to blur. The Loch Ness Monster. For nearly a century, tales of the Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie, have captured the imagination of the world. Said to dwell in the deep, murky waters of Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands, Nessie is often described as a massive creature with a long neck and one or more humps breaking the surface. The most famous photo, taken in 1934, was later exposed as a hoax, yet countless eyewitnesses still claim to have seen something unusual moving through the loch.
When some experts go back and examine the original uncropped photo, they see something entirely different.
Despite sonar scans, underwater cameras, and endless expeditions, no conclusive evidence has ever been found. Whether Nessie is a surviving prehistoric reptile, a misidentified animal, or simply a legend born of folklore, the mystery continues to lure curious explorers and thrill seekers to the highlands. So what are your thoughts about these mysterious discoveries and how they came to be? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.